Characteristics of institutions. Now we'll discuss about the characteristics of the institutions. Now you can understand the concept of the social institutions. Cluster of social usage. Institutions are composed of customs, modes, rules organized into a functioning unit. An institution is an organization of rules and behavior, and it is manifested through social activity and its material products. In short, the institution functions as a unit in the cultural system viewed as a whole. Relative degree of performance. Our beliefs and actions are not institutionalized until they are accepted by others over a period of time. Once these beliefs and behavior get recognition, they become the yardstick for evolution of the beliefs and actions of others. In short, institutions have a degree of performance. It doesn't, however, mean that they don't change as a new way of doing things appears and are found workable. The challenge, stability, and impel institutions towards change. The institutions functions in accordance with culture norms. However, in comparison with associations, they have the greater degrees of performance. Well-defined objectives. Institutions have fairly well-defined objectives which are in conformity with the cultural norms. The institutions of marriage has the objective of regulating the network of social relationships, and the members of the society would consequently work for the attainment of the objective. For example, marriage in the same caste or class. Objective has to be differentiated from different functions to which the members may be unaware of. Example, the function of marriage or gratification of sex urge and to have children. Cultural objectives of utilitarian value. Cultural objectives help in the attainment of institutional objectives. The cultural artifacts beliefs that value systems must help the institutions to attain their objectives. Cultural objectives of utilitarian value, which are used to accomplish the purpose of the institutions, are usually involved buildings, tools, machinery, furniture, and the like. Their forms and uses become institutionalized. For example, a weapon in our culture is shaped strictly in accordance with our ideas of efficiency, with a few decoration, and those are detected by aesthetic considerations, but the weapons of the primitive are decorated with the symbols which are supposed to ensure the help of powers in the effective use of the weapon. Symbols are a characteristics features of institution. A symbol may be defined as anything which depicts something else. Symbols may be either material or non-material in form. The institutions can have permanency, identity, and solidarity if they have some symbols. The members of the institution feels quite closer to each other by sharing the common symbols. Institutions has defined traditions. Each institution has a fairly definite tradition, oral or written. Such tradition refers to the purpose, attitude, and the behavior of the members. The tradition attempts to bring together individuals into functions whole through established behavior, common symbols, and objectives. The traditions, when become rigid, take the shape of the ritual. Institutions are transformators of the social heritage. Social institutions are the great conservers and transmitters of the social heritage. It is in the institutions that individuals learn basic values of the life. The child initially plays a role of generally receptively in the basic and multifunctional institutions of the family, and in this way receives the largest share of the social heritage. In his initial helpless state, culture is passed on to him by his family. As he learns to adapt himself to the expectations of his parents and siblings, he acquires many of the important elements of culture which his elders have learned the same way in their time. He learns what is expected of him during the different stages of his life in the family. In this way, he is the personal conservator of an important part of the social heritage. Other institutions play a more specialized role in the preservation of the social heritage. Next to the family, the school is the most important institutional mechanism engaged in preserving and handing on knowledge, skills and techniques of the culture in the field of sacred learning. The educational and transmit function is performed by religious institution. The very life of the institution depends upon the continuity of generations, which each slowly taking its responsibility part and gradually handing its accumulated knowledge on the next. Institutions are resistant to social change. As pattern forms of behavior, social institutions are more resistant to social change than behavior where such uniformity and regulatory do not apply. Institutional behavior is by definition behavior invested with social sanctions and structures to carry out these sanctions. It is natural that behavior of this kind would be more resistant to social change than behavior that has neither sanctions nor structures. Social institutions are those, by their very nature, conservative elements in the social structure that tend to help family to the pattern behavior of the past and to resist basic modification therein. With the help of above description of the institutions, we came to the conclusion that institutions are very essential for the purpose of the having an established way of living and unity among the constituent members. Social institutions are those social patterns that establish the organized behavior of human beings in the performance of basic social functions. Type of institutions. Institutions may be classified in several ways. Summer has classified institutions into two main types. Some are famous socialist prescriptive institutions such as property, marriage, and religion, which originate from Morse. These are unconscious in origin. Number 2, enacted institutions such as credit institutions, business institutions, which are consciously organized for definite purposes. Bardas has distinguished basic institutions from salutary institutions. The basic institutions are those which are regarded as being necessary for the maintenance of social order in a given society. Example, for the family, the economic institution, the religious institution, the education institution, the political institution are regarded as basic institutions. The subsidiary institutions are complexes of the type of which are not regarded as quite so necessary for the maintenance of social order. For example, recreational ideals and activities belong to these classes. Chopin has classified institutions with respect of their generality or recognition in the society in which they are found. The cultural elements involved in general institutions are usually universal, while those involved in restricted institutions are usually specialties. Religious as such as general institution, Hinduism is a restricted institution. Rose mentioned two types of institutions. Rose is a famous sociologist. He mentioned two types of institutions: operative institutions and regulative institutions. Number one, operative institutions. Operative institutions are those of which the main function is the organization of patterns whose practice is actively necessary for the attainment of the objective. Example, the institutions of industrialization. Number two, relative institutions are organized for the control of the customs and other type of behavior which are not themselves part of the regulative institutions itself. The legal institutions is an example. Functions of institutions. Functions of institutions lo there are various important functions of the institutions. Institutions have manifesto functions which are easy to recognize as part of the professed objective of the institution, and latent functions which are unilateral and may be unrecognized or, if recognized, regarded as byproducts, says Merton. The primary institutions functions in manifesto manner. Their working is directed and clear. These, however, give rise to the secondary institutions. They function in latent manner. Institutions simplify action for the individual. An institution organizes many aspects of behavior into unified pattern, thus making more or less automatic, very complex and sometimes long continued some segments of social behavior. The participants in an institution is accustomed to pass from the complicated set behavior tries to another towards recognized goals. One of the most highly integrated institutions in modern society is military establishment. The soldiers learn to pass in orderly fashion for one type of behavior to another without hesitation towards the objective of eliminating enemy. Is that clear? Institutions provide a means of social control. The institutions are the most important agencies through which the functions of the societies are brought to bear on the individuals. In other words, institutions play a central part in the process of social control. All major institutions, the family, the school, the religious institution, the state, inculcate basic values and definitions to the young one. The most of the controls that deal with the basic concern of life are transmitted through the social institutions. Institutions provide a role and status for individuals. Some people serve in groups devoted to public welfare. Others find a place in business, in the profession, in farmer, in public service, or in the home. Some shine in sports, others in literature or art. The institutions to a degree provide for the individuals the opportunity for the development of his peculiar characteristics and determine his role and status. Institutions provide order to the society. Besides helping individuals to satisfy their basic needs, institutions provide unity to the society. The law of the jungle would prevail if there were no institutions. The maintained order in world institutions enable societies to keep functioning. Institutions act as stimulate. The institutions may stimulate certain individuals to react against it and formulate new patterns of behavior. Sometimes individual feels the disharmony between the various institutions. He seeks some way out of the impasse. He must devise some way whereby his urges may be more fully satisfied. Hence, the institution functions in such cases as stimulate the individual to break new roads to freedom. Thus, institution provides the stimulus which starts a revolt against the established order. Institutions act harmonizing agencies in the total cultural configuration. The institutions are not independent but are related to each other in a cultural system or configuration. Most of the institutions in the system tend to support one another and the configuration as a whole. Thus, courtship supports marriage, which in turn supports the family, all three institutions being mutually independent. Institutions display tension between stability and change. Workable ways of doing things repeated over and over tend to become rigid forms. This is why mere habits become institutions. Looked at from this point of view, institutions tend to maintain stability and this status quo. Stability and status quo. But as new ways of doing things appear and are found workable, the challenges stability and impel institutions towards change. Functions of the institutions also changes. Since they are not static like any other part of culture, they change through time. The expanding area of state activity into industrialization and the urbanization has squeezed the function of the primary institutions in certain respects, while the secondary institutions are on the expansion. Differences between institution and association. Differences between institution and association. Sometimes confusion arises between institution and association because the same term in a different context may mean either one of the other. But there is a much more important distinction to made between institutions and association. The difference between institution and association are as the difference between institutions and associations are: association represents human aspects. An association is a group of people organized for the pursuit of specific purpose. Institutions, on the other hand, are the rulers' procedures. Family is an association organized for the preparation of children, while marriage is its main institution. Family is an association, marriage is its main institution. This is the difference between institution and association. Political party is an institution. State is an association. Thus, association represents human aspects, while an institution is a social condition of conduct and behavior. An institution is considered as a form of procedure. It has no form and is abstract. On the other hand, association is considered as a organized group. It is a group of people organized for the purpose of fulfill a need or needs. It has form and it is concrete. Institutions grow while associations are formed deliberately. Association indicates membership while institution indicates procedure of work. Every association bears a particular name while every institution is based on cultural symbol. An institution is an organized procedure. An institution, an association is organized group. Institution fulfill the primary and basic needs of people, but association is a group of people organized for the pursuit of some specific purposes. The rules of an institution are based on informal means of social control such as customs, traditions, etc., while the laws of association are formed on the basis of formal means of social control. In spite of the differences between the two, it may be noted that no institution can function without an association. Institutions are impossible without association. One simplest test can help us to understand the difference between institution and association. As association has a location, on the other hand, an institution does not have a location. For example, a university can be located in space. Education cannot. This is the difference between the association and the institution. మనం చాలా క్లియర్గా అసోసియేషన్కి ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్కి మధ్య ఉన్నటువంటి భేదాల గురించి తెలుసుకోవడం జరిగింది. మరి వ్యక్తి సమాజంలో సరైనటువంటి నియంత్రణ కలిగి మరి సభ్య సమాజంలో ఒక మంచి వ్యక్తిగా ఎదగడానికి అసోసియేషన్ కూడా తర్వాత ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ రెండు కూడా తమ వంతు ప్రాకార్యాలను నిర్వర్తిస్తున్నాయి అని చెప్పక తప్పదు. సో this is the human society. Human society is a system of social interaction that includes both culture and social organization. The term society is most fundamental to sociology. The term society is most fundamental to sociology. George Simmel describes these elements of sociability as the true essence of society. Man is social by nature. Many of his needs will remain unsatisfied if he does not have the cooperation of his fellow beings. In this chapter, we have learnt about the society. And other basic concepts of sociology, namely community, association and institutions. Okay.